Welcome, friends. Welcome to the first of our 2019 cocktail series. And I thought I'd start this off with sort of the quintessential Canadian cocktail. Some people would call this the national cocktail of Canada, and that is the Bloody Caesar, or just the Caesar, depending on who you are and how you want to call it. Now, there's a great origin story for this cocktail, but like any origin story for any cocktail, you have to take it with a grain of salt. There's a guy named Walter who came up with this in the mid-60s for the opening of a brand new restaurant in Calgary. The only problem with that story is that there were several of these cocktails that are essentially the same that already existed and predated Walter's concoction. And one of those cocktails was the Clam Digger. It predated the Caesar by a few years. And the other was the Smirnoff Smiler. But all three of these share the same sort of pedigree. It is tomato juice mixed with clam juice, vodka, and some spicing. But for whatever reason, Walter's took off. It really grabbed Canada by storm. And you see this drink everywhere that Canadians get together. Even in Mexico. You're down in Cancun, you see someone with a red tomato juice in their hand. It's probably a Canadian drinking a Caesar. So I started out, this is a build in the glass cocktail. So I rimmed the top with some lime, and you just put this into some rimmer. Now, originally the rimmer was just celery salt. It has morphed over the years into something that is much spicier, and a lot of people really like this product. This spice mix is really good on chicken too. So, and for a lot of people who are screaming that I got the rimmer on the inside of the glass, it is expected with a Caesar to have the rimmer on the inside of the glass. Next thing we need to do is you fill the glass with ice. Okay, so this is a vodka cocktail, and you could choose any sort of craft or high-end vodka that you want. Potato vodka I probably wouldn't use because you're just going to completely lose the flavor. And craft vodka, I'm sort of in the same way. I don't think that a craft vodka is really worth it in this drink because there's so many other things going on. The vodka should just fade into the background. Jug vodka. I'm going to tell you, plastic jug vodka is all you really need in this drink. So we need about an ounce of vodka. I'm not saying this is bad vodka. I'm just not saying that this is great vodka. So put that in. Next are 4 dashes of hot sauce. And the original recipe doesn't say what kind of hot sauce. Today, most people use Tabasco or Frank's, and I'm going to use that. But you could use any hot pepper sauce that you really like. So this is 2 dashes of hot sauce, or 3 or 4, depending on what you like. But the original recipe is 2. And then 4 dashes of Worcestershire sauce. Didn't dash out very nicely, did it? Now, a little bit of black pepper. Sprinkle that in, and a little pinch of salt. Now we come to the Clamato. Clamato is the original. It is the reason for this drink. More recently, this has come onto the scene, Walter's Caesar Mix. And this Walter's Caesar Mix is a great product, very natural product. And I'm torn between the two, but Clamato, Mott's Clamato, is the original. So that's the one I'm going to use. I got to tell you, the Walter's is much more expensive than the Mott's, and the Mott's isn't very natural. But you're having it in a cocktail, so does it really matter? Now you just take a spoon and you stir this up. And that's it. Now for a garnish, traditionally it would be a piece of celery stalk. A lot of people will put in a shrimp over the top. Lately, a lot of people have been putting in a hot pickled bean, which is an absolutely fantastic addition in my opinion. And for garnishes, I've seen this with a lobster tail, a hamburger. I've seen onion rings and french fries and all kinds of other things. Like, it just gets absolutely crazy. This is a drink that there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of dogma around. People will change it and make it their own. Each bar will have their own version. So, cheers. Yeah. spicy tomato, just a hint of seafood. A lot of people get worried about Clamato. Clam juice and tomato juice, it just doesn't seem right. It's not overpowering with the clam juice. The clam is just sort of this note that's in there. You're actually probably getting more on the nose from the shrimp on the rim. And the vodka just completely disappears into the background. You shouldn't taste the vodka at all, which is why plastic jug vodka comes in handy for this drink. Now, a whole lot of variations to this. You can mix this up as much as you want. Changing out the hot sauce is going to change it a little bit more Tabasco, a little less Tabasco. What you put on the rim, if you just do celery salt on the rim, it's going to give you a different flavor and taste. And for those of you that can't get Clamato or this product, regular tomato juice, and you put in a jigger, about an ounce or 30 mils of this clam nectar, and that's going to get you to the same spot. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.